Hello YouTube, going to take a look at the limited edition version of Wrath and the Deluxe sets that are out. I think both of which are on CD, vinyl LP, and iTunes. I don't think you can get the limited edition version of the album on iTunes, since it was limited edition. We're going to take a look at two of the memory sticks that come with the vinyl edition of the album in a second here. Those have the multi-track recordings of the album so where the fan can mix the Wrath album any way you want. I think they also did that with Ashes and even Sacrament album as well. They released the multi-track recordings, which is quite interesting when you think about it, because a record company, a band would actually approve of something like that. You think that they would not want that to happen, because then the people on the black market and in foreign countries would take that and make their own mix and sell it for an ungodly amount of money, which I'm sure a lot of these companies are really trying to thwart piracy. They can't stop people from downloading, but they can sure as hell stop these companies from making unauthorized copies of their records and selling them. But before I really get into this, I'd like to say that I don't own this album in any physical sound medium. I own it on my computer in MP3, but I know a great deal about it. So the 2 CD set has pretty much the same thing the vinyl set does, only it doesn't come with the memory sticks. You get the multi-track recordings on the CD, which then also has the program on the CD for you to play the multi-tracks any way you want. The vinyl set of the album looks really good from what I've seen. I've seen snapshots of it, and I've seen it at most of the Best Buys I've been to in the Dallas Metroplex area. I think I only went to 2 of them, and they didn't have the Lamb of God in stock. I even asked the people, and they were nice about it. They said they didn't have it. But this album starts off with a clean acoustic number, or calm, sorry. But really, if you're a Lamb of God fan, you can tell the album is going to build up slowly, and it's going to kick your ass, really. There are only 2 songs on the record that have acoustics in them, or actually 3 really. The Passing, Grace, and Reclamation. Reclamation only has an acoustic intro, and then the Grace has an acoustic intro as well that goes into this really cool 80s guitar solo style song. And let me tell you right now, guys, I'm glad that the glam metal thing is over. Yes, Twisted Sister is still around, but I mean, they have a few good songs, and I'll get into that on a different topic, as well as some other videos which I'll actually explain what's going to be coming up in the next couple of videos, guys. So, but no, this is a very strong record. Sound-wise and production-wise, it sounds raw, and really, the Lamb of God signature sound is for them to make a raw record. Really the only music that I don't like to hear raw is probably, classical music, Mozart and Bach and Beethoven and all that good stuff, all the good classical violin stuff. That needs to be heard in the best sound quality possible, as well as some other things. But anyways, I will make a series on that too, video, just talking about it. But really, this is a balls-to-the-wall metal record, guys. I mean, Lamb of God is one of those bands that, I don't know, they offer so much. They bring so much to the metal community, and pretty much, to the table, so to speak. Their writing style is totally different from other people. They go out there and write about stuff that's dark, and a little bit of political stuff is in this album. 2 songs are political themed. That doesn't really take away from it. I don't mind a little bit of political stuff in my music. A lot of bands try and stay away from that because they don't want to get a certain fan base and then piss off the other half of their fans, and the other half of their fans could listen to them. I don't know. Some bands just don't want to delve into that too much, and I think Lamb of God has achieved that with this album. Reclamation, in my opinion, is really the strongest track on the album. Randy's voice is in top form in this entire record. So is the band. I think they've learned quite a bit since New American Gospel and their Burn the Priest days. This is my new favorite album by Lamb of God. Ashes comes in second now it does. Sacrament was pretty good, but for some reason, I don't know, it didn't. It's a very good album, guys, but for some reason I like Ashes more than The Sacrament. Um, but really, every album they put out has been strong in its own little way, and the band has grown over the years. And Randy's changed his vocal style, which I like. I like his vocal style now, because at first I couldn't really understand much of what he was saying. Sorry, but that's just the way my ears are. I have a hard time hearing things. But you get 13 tracks on the limited run. You only get 11 on the regular version of the album. Either way you look at it, the album's just fine, even without the extra tracks. All I say is, guys, get this in any format you can, but please pay for it. This band works extra hard to put out music. That's all they really need right now is people to just steal it out of the store. That's basically what you're doing when you download it. I really like the limited edition cover though. Doesn't have the letters scrawled across it. The language in here is it doesn't do quite as much cussing. I mean, they really weren't a band that sat there and said F this and F that and S this and we're gonna kill this woman and this and that. They've never been a band that just is obscene just to be obscene, just to shock people. I think that when you want to use a foul word and you use it correctly, sometimes it's really, I'll just put it this way, sometimes it's necessary to use foul language in life. And that's the same way the band feels about it. If you really need to get your point across, then you cuss. If you don't, then don't cuss. But really, this is a great album. I mean, it talks more. I think Randy decided to make the album, the lyrics more about the outside world, and less about his own personal experiences. I think some of the songs are about Armageddon, political songs, and there's songs about other topics. Really, I haven't really explored it too much, but I recommend you get this, guys. Really, it's an awesome album. I can't wait for the next one to come out. Hell, I might even see him on tour if I can get tickets. So, what can you expect from me in the next couple of videos? I'll be doing some talking about the Megadeth remasters, the Metallica CD remasters as well. There are some things wrong with each of their catalogs remasters, more so Megadeth's, because they went in and fucked it all up. But I'll put more about what's coming up in these next couple of videos in the description. So, this just about wraps it up. I really don't have any more CDs to review, guys. Y'all are going to see more video game reviews and PlayStation Network game reviews in the future videos until I can get some more money together or get some free shit. So, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.